Let's take a look at the anatomy of a database. What are the parts of a database that are going to be the same no matter what database you look at? We have over 30 databases available for research at Arlington High School, and they can look very different. But the pieces underneath the skin of the database are always pretty much the same, and that's what we're going to look at today. We're starting from the Gale Power Search home screen. This is actually a collection of databases. And just as a reminder, anytime you want to search for information at Arlington High School, the place to go is to the library homepage. And you can click on our databases link here. From the database page, I chose the Gale group databases, and those databases are grouped together within the Gale Power Search. Now, this is a really big bunch of stuff that we have here. And that's what databases really are. You get a lot of stuff, and then you create a structure so that the stuff is searchable, it's sortable, we can find it and do things with it, and we can understand what it is. And all those pieces are what make up a database. Okay, let's take a look at some of the pieces that you're going to find in a database. So this is Gale Power Search, as you can perfectly well see without my telling you. Then down at the bottom of the screen, we get a little idea. Down in the bottom right-hand corner, we've got a little idea of how much stuff is behind this Power Search available through that little search box. We've got 408,402,639 articles, and this database is updated every day. Any database that you look at is going to try to give you an idea right from that first home screen what it's about. I chose one of the most adult databases that we have that's it's not as friendly looking as many of our high school databases, which will tell you right away what's in them. But here we at least know we've got over 400 million articles to search just by looking down in that corner. What else can we see? We're being offered some search tools. The Topic Finder is available in any Gale database, and that is a very popular tool. Subject Guide Search. That can be great to find out if you want to really dig into the anatomy of a database. Databases are organized around their subjects. That would be great for another screencast. And Publication Search. If you click here, you can search to find out if a certain publication is included in the database. If I clicked here and searched New York Times, it would tell me, yes, the New York Times is available right through today in Gale Power Search. Got some more tools, and this is what I recommend anytime you start with a database. From the first page, look around, see what tools it's offering, and look for the same thing on any other page. List of titles we're not going to look at. As you search, you'll be able to go back and see previous searches you did. If you think, oh wow, 2 searches back, maybe I should have kept that article. Here's an important one. On any page in a database, there's going to be an offer to get a link. It might call it a record URL. There are different names, but anytime you want to be able to get back to a page, you want to look for the permanent link to the page. It's tempting to go up to the browser here and copy and paste that URL, but these URLs that are used in database searches are not permanent. The permanent link to the record is going to be somewhere else in the page, and you want to look for that icon and get that link. So if we wanted the link to get straight back to Power Search, this would be the one to use. You could grab that and put it in a Google Doc, and then you wouldn't have to go back to our home page to get to Power Search again. Up at the very top of the page, hiding up here, we have an option to translate into many other languages, and that's going to be available for articles as well as the interface of the database. And you can look for that option in all databases. They won't all be as comprehensive as this, but there's often a translation option. You have the option here, it's great for teachers, to add content straight into Classroom. And for anybody, you can sign into Gale with a Google account or a Microsoft account. And that will allow you then, when you start your search, to immediately just download anything you want into your Google Drive. So that's a nice way to start. Sign in with Google right from the beginning. If you have started your search with a Chromebook, you will already be ready to go. Okay. Now, it may seem, and this is going to be true again of any database that you look at, it may seem that the best way to search is with this big, beautiful search box that's staring right at you. And you can try that. But remember, we've got 400 million articles here to deal with. So the one thing that I always suggest that you look for in any database, you want to know, where is the advanced search? And we're going to click on that now. In some databases, especially ones that are designed for high school, the advanced search might be something you would use later to get back to an article or something like that. They're going to give you a lot of other ways to look for things. But the advanced search is always going to be there, and you want to know where it is. In a database like this, there's really no other type of search that you want to do. So in database anatomy, advanced search is pretty much the backbone of your database. So let's see what the advanced search can do for us. Let's see. I want to know what something about Ariana Grande. So I'm going to type that name in, but I want to be specific about it. There are an awful lot of options here for what I can do. Again, this will vary. There's always going to be something like this in a database. There might be a few options, or there might be this many. I'm going to say I want the database to search for Ariana Grande, but specifically for articles that are about her as a person, right? This is the name of a person, and I want articles that are about her, not articles written by her or anything like that. Okay, Ariana Grande. Maybe, let's see. I know the New York Times is in this database, so let's see what the New York Times wrote. And to find that out specifically, I'm going to put that name in, and I'm going to choose publication title. Okay, and let's see. I want to hear about an album. Now, I don't have to stop here. Just going to leave that as a keyword. That's fine. And I'm going to add maybe I'll put somebody else in. Childish Gambino. Now let's see what they can do. We'll try about person here. So we've got 4 million articles. What can they come up with? Nothing. That's okay. I can go back, and here's the link here to revise my search. Here we go. Oh, here's some nice articles. Out of 4 million articles, I got 17. Now let's see. These don't look too exciting. What have we got? Straight to number 1 on the top of the charts. I know. Oh, this one looks fun. This says Staying Safe, Exploring Sassy. That looks interesting to read. So I'm going to try this one. Now we see more parts of the database. It's opening itself up to us. We've started out with the big pieces, and now within a document, we see a whole bunch more pieces. What have we got? Within a database, it's always going to be clear who wrote the author, if that is known. Get the date, all the things that we would need to make a citation. And even better than that, There's always going to be a place, let's look up at the top of the screen, somewhere around the article will be a place to provide a citation. In this case, got multiple choices for how that citation can be formatted, and here's the citation ready to go. We can select it and copy and paste, or we can send it to all these places. Maybe Google Drive or Noodle Tools would be good choices. Here's the Get Link tool again. Here's print, option to download right to the computer, or it can be sent straight to Drive, or it can be emailed. So, choice 2, send the citation to Drive, and then the link will be right in it to get back to the article. Just to grab the link for now and take other things later, or to download the entire article to the computer, or to send the article right to Drive, and then the citation will be in it at the bottom of the article. Again, some version of these will be available in any database. More tools. Here's the option to translate that we saw before. Font size can be shifted. These articles will read aloud, and that will be true in whatever language we choose to translate to. Okay. And here's another icon to send to Drive, and etc. Any database is going to want you to have more options to read. So often there's going to be something like this, a more like this section, where you can explore and see what else is around. The article that I picked is from way back in 2014. That's what my search led me to. But here in the Explore section, they're giving me some brand new information from a different source. This is from a wire service rather than the New York Times. But if I wanted the latest news on Ariana Grande, Explore is surfacing that for me, bringing it right up to the top. And then related subjects. Sometimes there could be 20. This time, the database is just telling me, I organize information about this person under this heading, Grande, Ariana. Remember, we searched Ariana Grande. So if I didn't want this article, or if I had already downloaded it, one option that I would have would be to click here, and that would show me all the articles that are cataloged in the database under that subject heading. Down at the bottom, sure enough, as is typical, we have our citation. Tools are here for us again, and that is the anatomy of a database. As you can see, there are many, many more options for what you can do. We just skimmed the surface. And my best tip for you again is just to explore. Every time you get to a new page, try what's there. If your first search doesn't work for you, try another one. Try a different approach, and always be willing to ask for help. That's what we're here for in the library, whether we're physically in the library or you need to email or Google Meet. We're available. Please get in touch. Last little bonus piece in Gale. This is not everywhere, but it's fun. You have the topic finder, so that if we tried Ariana Grande here, this would show us all the topics that the database connects to Ariana Grande. And you could click anywhere for any part of it that you were interested in, and the articles would appear. Here's Ariana and Instagram on the side. Okay, so that was a little bonus content. Always remember to start your library searches here at the library homepage. This is the Arlington High School Library coming to you remotely. Thanks for listening.